How pregnancy begins, from fertilization to implantation explained clearly. The journey of life begins long before a baby's first heartbeat. It starts at the miraculous moment of fertilization. Welcome to today's video, where we're exploring the fascinating journey of implantation, from fertilization all the way to early pregnancy. Whether you're trying to conceive, curious about how life begins, or simply love learning about the human body, this video will give you clear, beginner-friendly answers. When most people think about pregnancy, they often picture the later stages, ultrasounds, baby bumps, and eventually a newborn wrapped in a blanket. But the true journey of pregnancy begins much earlier, at a cellular level, long before any outward signs appear. For many couples in the USA who are trying to conceive, understanding the process from fertilization to implantation and early pregnancy can not only provide clarity but also reassurance. This incredible biological story is one of nature's most complex yet beautiful processes, and it reveals how life takes root inside the human body. To grasp the journey of implantation, we need to start with fertilization. Fertilization occurs when a sperm cell successfully meets an egg in the fallopian tube. In the United States, conversations about fertility often arise when couples struggle to conceive, and understanding this moment can help reduce confusion. A woman typically releases one mature egg each month during ovulation, which is then available for fertilization for about 12 to 24 hours. Sperm, on the other hand, can survive in the female reproductive tract for up to 5 days. Timing intercourse within this window significantly increases the chance of conception. Once a sperm penetrates the egg, their genetic materials combine, creating a zygote, the first form of new life. This zygote already carries all the genetic instructions needed for the development of a unique human being. From this moment, the zygote begins dividing rapidly, a process known as cleavage. While most people are unaware, the zygote is traveling down the fallopian tube toward the uterus during these early days. By the time it reaches the uterus, it has transformed into a blastocyst, a small ball of cells with an inner cluster that will form the embryo, and an outer layer that will become the placenta. The blastocyst stage is crucial because it is at this point that implantation, the critical next step, takes place. Implantation occurs about 6 to 10 days after ovulation. For women in the USA who track their cycles, this is often right around the time they might expect their period. Instead of menstruation, however, successful implantation marks the true beginning of pregnancy. The blastocyst burrows into the lining of the uterus, which has thickened in anticipation of receiving it. This interaction is delicate and complex, involving hormonal signaling, immune responses, and cellular changes that allow the embryo to anchor safely. Many women never notice implantation, but some may experience light spotting or mild cramping, often referred to as implantation bleeding. During this early pregnancy stage, hormones like progesterone play a critical role. Progesterone ensures the uterine lining remains stable and supportive of the growing embryo. Another hormone, human chorionic gonadotropin, HCG, begins to rise. This hormone is what pregnancy tests detect in urine or blood, and its increasing levels are the earliest biochemical sign of pregnancy. For many women in the USA, that positive test line is the first visible proof of the invisible journey that began days earlier. Early pregnancy is a period of rapid development, even though the embryo is still microscopic. Within the first few weeks, cells start differentiating into layers that will form major organs and tissues. The placenta, which will nourish and protect the baby throughout pregnancy, also begins to develop. This stage is fragile, and it is estimated that many pregnancies end before a woman even realizes she is pregnant. For those trying to conceive, especially those facing fertility challenges, this can be discouraging. Yet it is important to understand that early losses often result from chromosomal abnormalities rather than anything a woman or her partner did. For readers in the USA, where fertility treatments and assisted reproductive technologies such as IVF, in vitro fertilization, are becoming more common, the journey of implantation takes on added meaning. In IVF, embryos created in a lab must successfully implant in the uterus, just as naturally conceived embryos do. Success rates vary, but the process highlights just how remarkable and delicate implantation truly is. Understanding it can help couples feel more informed and prepared when exploring fertility options. Another important part of this journey is recognizing how lifestyle and health factors can influence implantation and early pregnancy. In the United States, doctors often advise women who are planning pregnancy to maintain a balanced diet, manage stress, avoid smoking and alcohol, and take prenatal vitamins with folic acid. These steps create a healthier environment for implantation and early development. While not every variable is under a person's control, prioritizing wellness can improve the chances of success. Beyond biology, the emotional side of implantation and early pregnancy is just as significant. Many women experience a mix of excitement, anxiety, and hope during the 2-week wait between ovulation and a positive pregnancy test. In American culture, this period is often filled with online searches, discussions in fertility forums, and constant symptom checking. Learning about implantation provides a grounding perspective. It helps couples understand what is happening inside the body, even if it cannot be felt or seen. By the time early pregnancy is confirmed, an incredible series of events has already unfolded. From a single cell at fertilization to a securely implanted embryo, the foundation of life has been set. The weeks that follow bring further milestones, the development of a heartbeat, the formation of essential organs, and the first signs of fetal growth. But none of this would be possible without the successful completion of implantation, a moment that transforms the possibility of pregnancy into reality. As we reflect on this journey, it becomes clear that implantation is not just a biological step, it is the bridge between conception and the promise of new life. For couples in the USA and beyond, understanding this process brings knowledge, reassurance, and often a renewed sense of awe at the miracle of life. Whether you are trying to conceive naturally, undergoing fertility treatments, or simply curious about how life begins, the journey from fertilization to implantation is one of the most extraordinary stories the human body can tell. If you are on your own path to parenthood, remember that every journey is unique. Some experience success quickly, while others face challenges along the way. No matter your story, taking care of your health, staying informed, and seeking support when needed can make a difference. Fertility specialists, healthcare providers, and supportive communities across the USA are available to guide you through the process. The journey of implantation is proof that even the tiniest beginnings can grow into something extraordinary. If you or someone you love is navigating the path to conception, take this knowledge as encouragement and inspiration. The story of life starts at a microscopic level, but its impact is immeasurable. Take the next step in your journey today, whether that means seeking guidance from a fertility expert, adopting healthier habits, or simply appreciating the miracle unfolding inside the body. Knowledge is the first step toward empowerment, and every empowered choice brings you closer to creating the future you dream of.